Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Thursday, July 9th, 2026. I'm doing a general collective reading as usual. If you're new here, it's a timeless read. You can switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Only take what applies and only that. Don't try to make things fit if it doesn't. It is not recommended. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful. Thank you for all your love and your support and your donations. You guys are wonderful. I don't know what I'd do without you. Honestly, I wouldn't. I know I don't know you personally, but I can feel. I feel a connection. It's wonderful. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's see where we're going to go with this today, shall we? We're supposed to be out right now, but it's raining. We're having a thunderstorm. So I thought I'd get some work in while I'm doing this. Oh, while I can. Anyways, spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What is the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with them, please? What is the message, please, spirit? Ding, ding. It kind of sounds like a service bell, right? Ding, ding. Oh, that's what it sounds like. Back in the day when they used to have full service at gas stations. Ding, ding. If anybody can remember that. Show my age. What's the message, please, Ferret? Thank you. Well, let's start off. Somebody's not happy. 10 of Cups in reverse. There could have been somebody scapegoating another. This could be involving a home wrecker, I don't know, or a family or a community that's not happy. It's not happily ever after. Let's see which way we're going to go. Overarching energy. Come on. Oh, dear. Okay. So there could have been a loss. My condolences. It could be in a family or a community, and people are feeling somber right now, as they should. This has changed. Something's ended in order for something new to start. That is the cycle of life. That's what I'm picking up. But I'm also picking up Phoenix rising. You had to end a situation or end a cycle to begin a new one. This is change. So people could be talking about you, how you've changed. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. It's only energy, okay? You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. Maybe if there is a loss or was a loss, you were the one that people went to for strength, male or female, for consoling. It could be a mother figure, or you're dealing with one. Doesn't have to be. It could be a male, and this energy is just very nurturing, and you make people feel safe. You're very intuitive. You're using your gut instinct. What is this? What is this? Okay. Somebody is grieving. What is this? Help me understand where we're going with this, please, Spirit. Queen of Cups here in the upright. Okay. So Knight of Wands. Holding back. Somebody could be holding back emotion. There could have been, no, really? Yeah. Okay. So there could have been, I hate to talk about this. If you trigger easily and you just recently went through a loss, and the loss was at the hands of somebody else, and you can't bear to hear it, sign off. I understand. My condolences. I'm so sorry you're going through this. But this could be something that happened to somebody recently or in the past. Somebody could have lost their life at the hands of another. They're aggressive. Somebody that was aggressive, very dangerous, I hear. Argumentative, combative. Yeah, very toxic, okay? Male or female. Somebody's very toxic, chaotic energy, greedy, selfish, jealous, and lazy, controlling and possessive. And this is a fall from grace. They could have had a lot of addictions. Feckless, I just heard. Lazy. No wish fulfillment, no emotional fulfillment. Somebody was smug and full of themselves and selfish and know-it-all and show off. Now, it could be male or female, but I'm really picking up there was an act of aggression here that could have ended somebody's life, or they potentially tried to. Somebody could have been forging signatures or something. Place that where it belongs. That could have been a reason why they wanted somebody gone. Yeah, it was about money. I knew it. Opportunists. Yeah, and they lied. So somebody lied. This is bad news. There's been no communication. Somebody tried to, they either did or they tried to aggressively take somebody out. But I think if they're still here, thank God, you got through. If this is you or somebody you're dealing with, they got through this by using their intuition, listening to their gut. There's been no communication, or this is bad news. Somebody's a shit stirrer, a drama starter. They feel entitled. A lot of manipulation going on here, out of control. Manipulation up the wazoo. So this is a magician in reverse. There could be some spell work. Maybe they tried to take somebody out with spell work. Somebody lied. This is somebody that needs outside validation all the time. They can't do anything by themselves. This is somebody that's pretty, they tried to make it sound like they have it all together. They're, I don't know, maybe they're worldly. They have money. They have a great job, blah, blah, blah. But none of it can be done by themselves. It's always off the back of somebody else, or they couldn't have got there. They couldn't have gotten what they've gotten without being, number one, manipulative. Number two, without other people getting them there. Okay? Yeah, seen through the illusions, running out of options here, running out of viable options. All that glitters is not gold. All these manipulative tactics that they use are not, they're coming up short, falling short. Now, I don't know if somebody actually left this realm or they wanted someone to leave this realm. Somebody's packing it in this equation. This could be you or somebody else. I don't know. There's counterparts. Or they're shitting bricks. Somebody walked away. Okay, I get it. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, I had to run around here. Okay, so you walked away, or somebody walked away before this could be enacted. Thank God. Now they're shitting bricks because people are seeing through the illusion. They could have even said that somebody's gone and they're not. It could be some false unalive certificate floating around out there. You walked away before they could do anything. Or somebody, whoever this is. Yeah, you're innocent. Yeah, this happened now or in the recent past. This is happening now. Somebody's walking away now, shitting bricks. Or this happened in the past. You walked away. You walked away from your past. It could be family members, okay? Yeah. And they couldn't control you if this is you. Okay, you walked away. You that forfeited any kind of control they might have had over you. These people or this person has no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. Okay, they're scared now. Somebody's scared because people see you as innocent. You haven't done anything wrong. They're moping about. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They didn't get the job done. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare because it's all turned back around on them. Now, I don't really think it could very well. They could have taken somebody out. Hopefully not, but, you know, we hear it on the news all the time. So maybe they had something to do with somebody else's demise. But if they were coming after you after that, it failed. So place it where it belongs, or they did do something and they're getting caught up now. Okay, if that's what you were waiting for, this is karma. They're trying to stall something, make excuses.
But they made me feel like that. But they provoked me. But I thought.
Always them, right? Has nothing to do with fact. This kind of sounds like it's greed at the bottom of it, at the very bottom of it, right? No facts, just greed. So they made up stories. Yeah, somebody wanted something all for themselves, or you're still here and you're still single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. They can't hold back any longer. They have no protection. They could be alone right now and they have no protection. They have no savings. They can't hold back any longer. Somebody's feeling unstable and insecure. This is backfires. This is bad news. No communication. They can't move forward. If they were coming after you and you have any kind of online presence, they're trying to shut you down. Doesn't make any sense to me, but, you know, people who try to unalive people for money don't make sense to me either. So. Greedy motherfuckers, yeah. Bad news, you're still stable and secure, male or female. Congratulations. You're minding your own business in your own garden. You're stable and secure. You're hardworking, abundant, and independent. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. Yeah, they can't build off of you. Their plans went awry. These are people, or this is a person that's very jealous. Number one, I just heard that. But very lazy. feckless, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. Something to do with a false contract, or if it is a false unalive certificate, damn straight it's a false contract. Whoever they were working with, I think, are no longer working alongside them. The jig is up. They can't build off of this. It's false contracts. Yeah, this is a money grab. Get rich quick schemes. Greedy, selfish, materialistic, lazy, lies. Ooh boy. Jealousy, abuse, targeting, stalking, harassing. This is self-sabotage. Spreading rumor, gossip, and slander about you. People are pissed right off at this money grubber. Wow. Could be a whole family or community pissed off with this money grabber. Yeah, they're hiding and cloaking a lot. They were jealous. They were possibly doing spell work. This is someone that's a hater. Out and out hater. They hate just for hate. They hate because they're not enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? They know they're not enough. They're not willing to do the work to make themselves feel like they're enough. So they'd rather tear down the world instead of grow, instead of heal, instead of do better. Male or female doesn't matter. But poor judgment. The divine is judged against them, or the courts will, that's for sure. This is no second chances. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. This is karma. No coming back from this. They're having an emotional outburst. There could have been, if there was a loss, it could be somebody's child, adult child, younger child. My condolences. That's probably in the past, not recent past. That's what I'm picking up. But they're having an emotional outburst because they got caught. They're immature and insincere and very childish. They could have been dabbling in spell work, because that could represent spell work. Very manipulative, okay? And I'm picking up it's somebody that's always been manipulative. Always getting away. I don't know. Place where it belongs. They're not sorry. They're not sorry. Yep. Lies, illusions, deception, manipulation. Nothing was as it seemed. Now they're scared. Now they want people to, oh, just look the other way. Just let me get away with this. No, I don't think so. They're scared. They're scared. Why? Oh, geez, my card just almost snapped in two. Yeah, there's nothing they can do about it. Casting illusions or aspersions that somebody had an STD. There's nothing they can do about it. There's no growth, no expansion, no new beginnings. They wanted to stop your new beginning. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. You could be out in the public eye, so maybe that's why they're trying to get you, if you are. They're trying to get you to stop talking, being where people can see you. I don't know what this is. They were showing off and getting a lot of attention. Yep, this is a scam artist. They could have said something on public record. Obviously, if they filled out a fake, phony, unalive certificate, that's perjury. Okay, it is bearing false witness. It's fraud. This is fraud. This is somebody wearing a mask, very insincere. They're not getting any help right now. Or not. Yeah, this is a whole family or community going down. It is what it is. Not a happily ever after. It could be an arrest. This is illumination, letting go and letting God. This was all for nothing. Hangman in reverse, right? No more delays. They can't stall this any longer. They can't stall the inevitable. They don't know what to do. They're indecisive. They don't see what's coming. Yeah, they don't see what's coming. That's the problem. There's mental conflict here. Denials. They're in denial. They're denying what they've done. They're acting like, I don't know what's going on. But you're at peace. You overcame everything, which is beautiful for you. They were targeting you on purpose. People now see it. They're acting like they're the victim. I don't think so. Yeah, they're parting ways with people. There's lack of trust, not seeing eye to eye. There's a lot of disharmony here. And now they're crying. Whoever they were working with, because Eight of Pentacles has come out a few times, and I put it back in the deck because it wasn't like next in line. But I keep seeing it. So whoever they were working with, I think they're bailing. I think they've seen the writing on the wall. And this is all up in the air. Lack of trust, don't see eye to eye. They're not getting along. There's a lot of secrecy going on here. Oh, I see. You could be a high priest or high priestess. You could be a seer, a card reader, tarot reader. You could be a spiritualist, a healer. You don't have to be. Very intuitive. You're listening to your gut. Or they were keeping a lot of secrets from you, yes, but keeping secrets from this family or this community as well. But you had a deep knowing. Yes, you did. They would get caught. You knew they'd get caught. There you go. They're not getting away with this. Okay, Seven of Swords in reverse. They got caught. They have to come clean or get clean if they have addictions. This is your wish fulfillment. This is divine intervention. You have divinity. This is spiritual protection as well. You're in your North Node. Your wishes have been heard. Your wishes are being granted. Your prayers have been heard. You had a lot of faith here. They're praying right now. They're all up in arms because they can't handle the consequences of their actions here. They're praying. They're trying to shift the blame right now. Pointing fingers at everybody but themselves. I think this is a group pointing fingers at each other. They're playing a lot of mind games and gaslighting you and others. You took the high road and you walked away with your head held high. You didn't engage, which was the best thing you could have done. They were trying to trip you up one way or the other. Maybe get you to act out of character. This is poking the bear. Exactly. Five of Wands reverse. Poking the bear, trying to get a reactive abuse out of you, which is unfair. And then they record you, or, you're out in public and that's all they see is your outbursts, and you have every right or reason to be upset with what they've done. Usually it's something so outrageous to get you going because you're so mentally balanced. That's what we got here, mentally balanced here at the top. Queen of Cups, male or female. So they have to do something outrageous, say something outrageous to get you going. And not just once, but continuously. And that's what they were trying to do, and you held your own. Congratulations. And if you're still going through it, hold your own. Okay? They're trying to get you in a position where you look unfavorable compared to them. Do you understand? Look, I told you. I told you they're crazy. I told you they were mean and they shouldn't be around other people. They're a danger to other people. I don't know what set them off. I have no idea. Yeah, overcome. So this is what you've overcome. You put up boundaries. You walked away with your head held high. You put up boundaries. Congratulations. They are paranoid. They are defensive right now because, you blocked them off. This was corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority, people in their pride, ego, trying to overtake you, doing the worst. These are bullies and tyrants. A bunch of them. It could be a cult, coven, secret society, people talking, friend group even. They tried to defraud a friend group. This is corruption no matter how you look at it. Male or female, very distorted, disjointed, I heard. Wow. This is somebody that farts and says, take a deep breath. Don't you love that perfume? And if you say it stinks, they're going to call you out and say you're the bad one. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how distorted they are. Don't you want to wear my perfume? No. Yeah. I don't know. You could be gathering some information. Are they paid friends or a cult, coven, secret society to do something to you? This is embarrassing and disgraceful. They wanted to do a humiliation ritual on you. This is embarrassing for them, the whole group. Gathering some information. You took a novel approach, a very practical approach. You started something. You invested in yourself. This hurt somebody's pride or ego, and they wanted to embarrass and disgrace you. Place it where it belongs. It could go this way or any other way. Five of Swords. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. You hurt somebody's pride and ego, and they held a grudge against you. And they kept repeating a bad pattern of behavior, either talking about you, trying to set you up, whatever this is. They didn't want the gravy train to end. If this is, getting money off of your demise or something like that. But the world is upside down right now. This is unfinished business with the universe. They're being exposed. You're getting a kick in the pants. This is a universal clapback, okay? They thought it was over and done with. It's not. They're being exposed. This is being exposed. This is illumination. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is the truth. She's looking up at the sun, meaning like you took your cues from the divine. He guided you through. That's so weird. Because I just answered somebody in the comment section about that. They were going through something, and I said, unfortunately, yes, you're being covered and protected by the divine. But sometimes you will have to suffer certain indignities or losses at the hands of other people. We don't know why. Only God knows why, right? And sometimes we have to rely on God to guide us through certain situations. Maybe to embolden us in our faith. I don't know. Only God knows. But look towards the divine. He shall guide you. Okay? He shall guide you to the promised land, to the finish line, out of whatever you're going through. Somebody's grieving and regretting. They're crying over spilt milk because the truth has come out. This is a breakthrough for you. People are talking. This is the truth. And you took a different approach. You had to take a different approach because of the mind games, the gaslighting. Yeah, they betrayed you. The truth is they betrayed you. And they went too far. And this is their demise, not yours. This is a harsh and painful end for them. The worst is over, okay? Yeah, somebody had authority or in a leadership position or thought they did, male or female. Could be a warlock if it's a male. But this is a poser and a player. Somebody had no morals, ethics, or honor, and they didn't care. They did not care as long as they got what they wanted. This is somebody that had an image to uphold. They're really a coward down deep inside, right? They're very craven. I heard, ooh, that's even worse than coward. They have an image to uphold, male or female. And they're only about saving themselves and nobody else. Unfortunately, they're a follower, not a leader, because in the upright, a King of Wands is a leader. They can't do things on their own. They need other people to do it for them. Like I said, no morals, ethics, or honor. They're reckless, careless, and they are foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They could have really abused their power or their authority if they had any, or they had none and they overstepped. So, yeah, they were harvesting from you. There's proof and evidence what they were doing. They underestimated you. Point blank, period. Yeah, this is an inheritance or life insurance. Family. This was an investment. Long-term for them. Yeah. Long-term relations, family. Generational wealth, legacy. Something's coming to an end because 10s indicate endings of cycles, right? You're starting a new cycle. Congratulations. Yeah. Didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. It's not theirs. So whatever monies was there, they were aiming for, it's not theirs, okay? Whether it's a false on a life certificate or an inheritance or life insurance. This was sneaky and it was doubled. Out and out betrayal. Double crossing you and everybody else. I think they got certain family members or community members involved and they double crossed them as well. They can't move forward now. 3 of Wands in reverse. Their plans went awry and they weren't expecting it. They're not prepared for this. Yeah, it didn't work. None of their plans worked. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody could be losing their jobs as well or their position. I'm telling you, somebody's feckless. They didn't foresee this. They have no vision here. They have no vision. Okay. They didn't foresee this not working. They're so far up their own ass, smelling their perfume, let's say, that they didn't foresee this. Yeah, they made false allegations or accusations that were unfounded. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. They can't fight against this in the court of law. They're done. They're done. You won't fight with them, so they can't get reactive abuse out of you. This is something they're done. 7 of Wands, they're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. You're not competing and you're not fighting with these idiots. So it's not working. They can't get you going. They can't get you to acting out of character. Yeah, this is karmic situations here, all one-sided. The Lovers in reverse is a breach of contract or a false contract. Non-binding. It's also about parting ways with karmic situations or karmic people that you no longer have to deal with. Let's say you learned your lessons. They haven't. Certain people haven't learned their lessons here. They haven't elevated and ascended. They haven't used their higher wisdom. Now they have to pay some consequences to their poor decisions. Because this was all done behind your back, one-sided, their way or the highway. They thought for sure they'd get what they wanted, right? But this is a very karmic situation. These people could have been in a very good position at one point, financially, respectfully. You know what I mean? They had a good reputation. Finances were all right. Don't have to be filthy rich, but you know, you're managing. You had a good life until this. Now they kind of slid back down to Karmicville. Took a big nosedive into Karmicville. Yep. Giving and receiving, prioritizing other people. So I always get paid off a false contract or hoping to get paid off of a false contract at your demise, illness, or unalive. This was really underhanded. This was unfair, unbalanced. They could have said you were crazy. You had addictions. They got paid. They paid other people to say this or to try to destabilize you. They were very impatient. This is, at the end of the day, there's no conflict resolution here. This is disaster. It is what it is. These people kind of thought to themselves, because the Six of Swords was beneath that in the upright. I hate to say this, but if these are family members or somebody very, very close to you doing this to you, they're not shedding any tears at not ever being with you again. Or they figured it wouldn't hurt as much with that money in their bank account. You know what I'm saying? Now this is disaster. Yep. They're trying to avoid a tower moment. This is ruin. Tower in reverse. They're trying to avoid. They know they left you on the outside looking in. They're going towards lack and loss and poverty. They followed another out into the cold. This is really hurting somebody's pride and ego. Their confidence is, yeah, that's a confirmation. This is a good swift kick to their confidence right now. They could be on the outside looking in now. Yeah, this is, they're bound to something now. Damn. Somebody has addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. There's something to do with a contract or taxes. Somebody's bound to something. They can't get out of it. Somebody could have a poverty curse upon them for what they've done. They can't move forward. It's out of control. They don't want to take accountability. They can't overcome this. Yeah, this is heartless and cruel. They can't move forward now. Somebody's drained. They're draining the coffers. Somebody's not happy. There's no peace, harmony, or contentment. No emotional fulfillment at all. This is heartless and cruel and showed no compassion. Blocked emotions, maybe. Blocking love. But at the end of the day, they're blocked. Okay? Two of Wands in reverse. It could have been a sudden departure or arrival. You could have left before they could have done something. And they didn't want anybody to know about it. They were walking around with a huge ego and didn't want to tell the rest of the crew, their family, and or this community, they failed to take you out. I don't know, place it where it belongs. This was an injustice. They don't know what to do. They're stuck. So it was a crime. It's an injustice. Here we go. Somebody's trying to free themselves from this situation, or you are free. Eight of Swords. You removed all obstacles. They're not renting space in your head. Yeah, they got a lot of burdens on their head. Oh, they could have released some sort of monies, or somebody got monies released to them. Now they got a lot of burdens. They got a lot of worries now. You're not worried. You released all burdens. Now they're worried. Or somebody in this group or family passed the buck. You know what I mean? Now somebody's holding the shit bag. They have to take accountability. This has been going on for a long time. They're trying to slow something down, a court date, a court case, an institution from coming towards you, contacting you, something like that. It could be any kind of institution. It could be a court. It could be a bank. It could be anything, okay? Any kind of institution. It could be government as well. It could be a judge, leaders, spiritual leaders, any kind of leader, therapist, doctor. It could be the divine. Somebody's connecting the dots. At a distance. Somebody could be at a distance here. There's a transition, period of transition. Could be a judge or a leader that transitioned. And somebody lied. Somebody's very vindictive. Somebody's a liar. Male or female. Place the genders where it belongs. Not very professional. If these are professions or professional people, they're going to lose their job. They're going to lose everything. This is jealousy up the wazoo. Very underhanded, playing mind games. Look at this. What lawyers. Again, Queen of Swords in reverse, King of Swords reverse. Was it yesterday or the day before that came out again? Misrepresenting themselves, either as professionals or in your family or in this community that you're part of. Okay? They're liars. They're gold diggers. They're clout chasers. These are very abusive, underhanded, lying, asshole people. Male or female. Very abusive. Shouldn't be around others. They abuse one another. Look at that. They do nothing but lie. Wow. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Oh, well. It's heartbreaking that you're still stable. Something to do with a home, a family, a business, some sort of stability. 4-4. They're scared. This is a scandal. Something's happening quickly here. That's bringing balance to the situation. Confirmation. Thank you. Thank you very much, Spirit. I love you. So congratulations. It's all turning around. They're looking like the assholes that they truly are. Let's get this deck out. I haven't used it in a while. How are we ending this collaboration? How are we ending this reading for the collective, please, Spirit? So it definitely was a collaboration here of more than one person's. Yeah, you're glowing up. Or they figured they'd glow up, this family, off the avails of your life or your tears off your back, whatever this is, full of envy. Psh, wishful thinking, because they ain't going to happen. They want a second chance? Deja vu nostalgia? I don't think so. Resentful, competitive, discontent, blood ties, inner circle, new opportunities, new career, successful business. Go back here. Burn bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turn back on. So they burnt bridges with you, doing what they did. You're sitting nice and safe and cozy. Possibly you had to go through a lot and heal from a lot, and I'm sorry for that. Hopefully you are healing, though, and keep it up. Keep going. It's been a long time here. They're going to get some time. Delay, procrastinate, too busy. They're facing the consequences. Bad choices, games, and mixed signals. You block them. They're being blocked. Moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. Yeah, you've healed. So these are the consequences. They're going to have to face them. You've healed, self-care, introspection, meditation. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. None of their crap is working. And by the way, if they're going around, they could be threatening you. I got some more threats, by the way. Go sit down and fucking heal. Don't come towards me and threaten me. They've got a lot of tension right now. Stressed out, migraines, and worried. They're suffering in silence. Oh, dear. Why? Unspoken desires, real feelings, broken. They're not crying over you. They're not crying over hurting other people. They're crying over losing the money. Getting found out. Archangel Michael's protecting you. That's why they're crying. He's got his foot on their neck. Protection, prevented from harm, and divine intervention. Yeah, your possibilities are... You have a lot of possibilities. Follow your dreams. Wake up. Make up your mind. Believe in yourself. And that's what you're doing, or that's what you've done. Yeah, you have a very, very bright future. Inspired, optimistic success. You're very hopeful. Congratulations. They could have been doing jar spells on you, and it didn't. It failed. Stop doing the baneful magic, people. Okay, just stop. You took the time to smell the roses. So while this was going on, and it could be a very long time. It could have been a short amount of time. Everybody's story is different, and don't take offense. Some it's longer than others, okay? It's whatever reasons, we don't know. But you took the time to smell the roses. You took some you time. You got out into nature. You ground yourself. You needed to get away from the noise of this community or family to realize who the fuck you are, to remember who you were, and to realize, go back and you say, you know what, that wasn't cool. How they treated me, that wasn't cool. Oh my gosh, open your eyes, right? Because if they're around 24/7, you can't think. Very, very small, limited time frames or windows of time to sit back and reflect on your relations with these people and what was fair and what wasn't. So that's why maybe it took so long. You needed to make these, I don't know what you would call them, these revelations in your life. And some people are it hurts. It really does. It's like it hurts your psyche. It hurts your heart. We have to come to these realizations very slowly, carefully, where it won't, the damage is done, but we have to be able to realize the truth without causing damage. So sometimes it takes longer. That's what I'm trying to say. If you understand what I'm saying. We're in the healing business. We're not in the destruction business. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things you need to come to terms with on your own. And everybody's got their own pace. Okay, there's no right or wrong in terms of how long it takes to grieve or heal. Do you understand what I'm saying? As long as you're moving forward, you're doing that work and not stagnating or going back or numbing yourself, trying not to feel these feelings. And we've all been there. I've been there. I don't want to think about it. It hurts too much. You know, you get intrusive thoughts. How do I deal with it? And that was the last time I went to counseling, and I went for quite a few years, and I had a really good therapist. That's the reason why I went to see her, intrusive thoughts. There's certain things that really hurt me, and I couldn't deal with the thought of it, let alone deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I needed help. I needed help to overcome that because I was going through a period of avoidance. I was avoiding stupid things that weren't hard to do. It wouldn't have taken much to do, but I was avoiding things and it was causing trouble in my life, like doing my taxes years ago, and or like filling out paperwork I needed to fill out. And it would have taken what, 10 minutes out of my life, but it was just too, I just couldn't do it. I was in avoidance and I was causing more problems, keeping up with doctor's appointments and stuff like that. I don't want to do it. I don't know. I was just in avoidance. I was in a place where I couldn't cope, and I was hurting myself more by not coping. So I went and I got the help. If that helps anybody out there, if you can relate to what I'm saying, it's almost like I wanted to put my head in the sand and just stay there. And I didn't want to deal because I didn't, at that time, we all have the tools to deal with these things. I just didn't know which tools I had or how to deal with or how to use these tools, if you will. And that's where the counseling really helped me. And not everybody believes in counseling. Not everybody has the money for it, but try, okay? There's a lot of websites out there, people out there helping people free of charge. Just listen to people. There's a lot of people that have gone through similar situations as you have, and maybe just hearing their stories is helpful. Maybe even talking about your story, getting it out of you, out of your body, okay? Letting it go is a form of releasing and healing as well. Sorry, that was a long spiel, but somebody needed to hear it out there, okay? Yeah, cut ties. So it takes a while to cut ties, right? I mean, depends on how long you've been on this earth, but, you could be young, you could be older, but at the same time, you formed a lot of memories together, spent a lot of time together, energy exchange, right? In one way or another, it takes a while to cut the cords. It doesn't happen overnight. Freedom, standing up and awaken. Congratulations. And yes, Archangel Michael, this is happening today. So Archangel Michael, if you ask him to help you cut cords with people, make sure you mean it. He will come in and help you, okay? Sometimes he won't. Sometimes it's not done yet. I don't know. Everybody's story is different. You're dealing with a psychopath. Male or female, abusive, conniving, unpredictable. They wanted you in isolation so that they could do whatever they did. Rejected, left alone, self-inflicted. Or they claimed you were a psychopath. Ooh, don't deal with that one. That's a psychopath. Oh, they're demonic. Oh, they're doing all kinds of things. Meanwhile, it was them. You know what I'm saying? People are puzzled here. Confused, perplexed, and conflicted, I'd say. Because it was all lies. If you walk away from somebody or something that leaves you asking questions, there's something wrong. I was like, what the hell was that all about? You walk away unsettled. Well, there's something wrong. How else are we ending this, Holy Spirit? A happiness hater. And their karmic friends. There we go. It's in keeping. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Now, I do suspect that some of these friends are bailing on them or family members. They don't want to be held responsible. They don't want to be painted with the same brush as them. So there's a lot of havoc going on over there. Oh, wow. They are fighting. Fighting was at the bottom of the deck. Someone's a big boss daddy or mommy, you or somebody else. Stable, rich business owner, CEO, big dick energy, under fake accounts. Somebody who's pretending they're a big boss daddy or mommy here. Give me a break. Just lies. Fake social media accounts to spy. Or this is you and they're spying on you. Dust it off. That's what you had to do. You had to dust it off, right? You had to suffer a lot of indignities. I get it. You're not alone. I'm sorry you went through that. Romantic love affair. This Mex-Fix secret lover. Somebody could have said they were having a hookup. They were hooking up with you, or they did, or somebody else in this equation. Place that where it belongs. You know your story. A lot of people got paid to lie. Remember that. It's a big waste of time, though. They could have tried to hook you up with a romantic lover, love bomber, scammer to put you in worse situations than you were in. Stuck, no changes limited. This was a dirty offer, trying to get into your energy. They're reflecting now, or you've reflected on it. You see it for what it is. It could be somebody trying to get you in the sack, or somebody that you did have or they were trying again. I just heard tried again. Then they're getting their ego checked here. Hurt ego getting in the way of relationship. Because no matter what they tried, you're still a queen or king rising. Okay? And they're trying to block you from rising, stepping into power, praise coming up in spotlight. This is somebody trying to block you. It's going all over the place. They're crying over you. Something to do with a fight. They wanted you to fight. They wanted you to act out of character. So their lies would seem plausible. Do you understand what I'm saying? Arguments, physical, WAR, and competing. They thought you'd compete alongside with them. Or they, you know what? I'm really picking up. People are looking you up in your comments section. Talking shit. Oh, that sounds so familiar, doesn't it? They don't want people, if you are online, they don't want people to see you. You had to wait for this to play out. They wanted you to compete against them. There's no, they're forcing a false narrative. There's divination abuse as well. You had to wait for this to play out. Remain unfazed, okay? This is not going anywhere. Somebody lost their car. They got the car repoed, or whatever this is not going to go far. It's no facts. It never has the facts. Make shit up and lies. Fake flexing. There we go. So they're trying to pretend that they're a big boss daddy or mommy. Acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, and shows off. People are looking, they're watching. A closer look, nosy up in your business. Yeah, you're rejecting all of them. They're cyberbullying you. You could be blocking them left, right, and center. I know I am. Now they want you back because they need money. Give me a break. Now, this could be family, friend, love. Could be all of them. Could be none of them. I don't know. They need money. They said that you always party. So they want to come back. They want to try again to make it look like you're always partying or something. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're trying to dodge bullets because your shine out really offends their demons. This is nothing but a thief. Sorry you're going through that. It's a bunch of thieves. It's not one thief. It's a bunch of thieves. And they thought they'd get away with this. They thought they were so novel. Like, oh, this is the first time anybody's ever attempted this, and we're going to get away with it. Nah! Thieves have been around since the beginning of time. Frauds, thieves, wannabes, liars. Yeah, it's not true. It's not new. It's not new. You know? It just sucks when it's part of your family or your friends or your partner. You know what I'm saying? Or your community, place it where it belongs. I just heard some of these people go to church. How dare you? Blasphemers, fucking hypocrites. These people go to church, try to give off a good impression. May God smite you. Fake and phony ass. Anyhow, this is looking good for you. Something's happening today. We saw the today card. Whether it's you're going to hear something or this is what's happening in the background right now. And they're regretting everything they've ever done and said. I know I would if I were them. Anyways, congratulations. I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.